Welcome to the Drunk Monk Podcast. Have a little seat right there. After this, you have to do something that you don't want to. But for now, it's a Drunk Monk Podcast. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, folks. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the
Drunk Monk Podcast. I am your host, Keiko,
who you know from Gilmore Girls.
and he is your other host, Will S. Choi.
Who you know from your local improv class.
And we're here to tell you all about Monk and Monk-related things, and especially this particular show, which is Mr. Monk Meets the Godfather.
Oh, bother.
I am in such a good mood.
You're in a good mood?
I'm in such a good mood. Can I tell you? Because I got here early.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was weird. Because, guys, I got here like at 4:30 in the morning.
What do you mean?
Well, because I got here and because I wanted to spend more, I admit it, I wanted to spend more time with Oren because he's here now.
I know.
And I apologize. It was so in the middle of the night when I showed up.
I know. I was half awake.
I know, but, so I got some quality Oren time on the couch. I mean, I was just like laying in one of Oren's quilts, he makes a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, we were just hanging. So I'm in a super good mood
That's so
today.
nice. I know. It's been a really great day.
Yeah.
Well, in a week, honestly.
Yeah. I'm glowing.
Toby's been missing for a week.
I know.
I'm
a little worried.
I'm a little worried, but not. I don't really care.
Toby's
that
a
much.
scrapper.
Mm-hmm.
If we give Toby a lot of shit, and he deserves it.
Yeah.
He really deserves it. But he is a scrapper, so.
Yeah, and things around here have been very great. It's been me, Gobbler, Oren, and Demetrius is just sleeping, but. Yeah. It's been us three for a while, and you've been coming over.
I've been using any excuse to come over and hang.
And it's been really great, and I feel like finally it feels like home.
Yeah, it does. It feels like home. So with that being said, we're here to talk today about Mr. Monk Meets the Godfather, which is episode, what?
5.
5 in season 3. We're in it, guys. And what's the general opinion about this episode, and then we can do like a quick recap, I guess.
I think this is my favorite episode of the season so far.
Oh, whoa, bold statement.
Yeah, of the so far
of the season. Okay, cool.
Out of the 5 episodes.
No, there's a lot to like.
I thought this episode was really just engaging, and I didn't find we'll get to this, but I didn't find a lot of plot holes with it. Yeah, I thought the story was great. It was funny, and it was like an all around good package.
Yeah, it sort of hits all the marks because we'll do a real quick recap, which is there is a murder that starts off real violent, so I'm sure we'll really like that. There's machine guns and 5
Barbershop Massacre. That was that's the perfect name. Exactly.
And we find out that the killer, I like to give away all the stuff right at the beginning. We find out that the killer actually is someone who wants to not kill people. It's a mob place. He doesn't really know that. But he needs to steal the gumball machine because he works at the Mint, the U.S. Mint, a few blocks away. And he, on that day, had stolen 5 double-sided pennies. Yeah. And he had hidden them in the gumball machine the day before. He did not know the whole mob connection. In an effort to try to steal the gumball machine, he ended up accidentally killing 5 people. And then, it was Monk trying to unravel that whole mystery. Because at first, of course, they go down, all the red hangers are who wants, they think it's a gang issue, which we can get into later.
Yeah,
because
we're going to get into that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's an Asian episode, guys. Not a full Asian episode.
No.
Like a third Asian episode or something. Mm. But that's the main thing. But the fun things, a side thing, is the Sharona love interest.
Right, of course.
Ooh.
Always fun.
Yes. And what were some other fun side things? Oh, Monk going undercover, quote-unquote undercover, into this mob family were definitely the fun side things. But I thought it was well-balanced because they hit the story, relationship side, tangents really well, and the comedy, and all the regulars got to have fun, super fun little side things, so it was really well rounded. I thought. Yeah.
Was there anything that you particularly liked in this episode?
Well, there's so many, but I just want to start right off the bat because he shows up right at the beginning. My wonderful Shout out to Pat Brady, who works at CESD. She's a, I feel like I'm at the, you know when you're at the award ceremonies and you're like, shut up about your damn agents and managers and just say something profound and that I can quote on Facebook the next day, and I don't want to hear about people I don't know. Yeah. But I'm going to do that to you guys right now, because my agent at CESD, my commercial voiceover agent, her name is Pat Brady, and her husband is in this. I was like, oh my God, that's Bob. That's right. I remember that. His name is Bob Joles. He's at the very beginning of this episode. Mm-hmm. He plays a tough guy. That's not his real voice, guys. He did a mob voice. But he was real believable.
Was he the guy that was had the towel over his head?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the mob. He dies right away. Squibs galore. What'd you like?
Rat-a-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat.
What did you like?
In the episode, Monk is promised that if he helps on this case, because the feds, ATF force, I don't know what that stood for.
Yeah, that's firearms.
Agent Combs, who is an actor, what's his name again?
Oh, Rick Hoffman, who's also on Suits. He played Suits, yeah. Lewis.
So Monk was promised that if he helps on this case, then he'll get Monk reinstated into the police force, and we've seen that happen a lot, where he's promised that and then he is never given the actual. No one actually does it for him, and so at the very end of the episode, Monk isn't fulfilled that dream of his, and so at the very end, him and Stottlemyre are looking at the two cars that are packing up, and one car is full and the other car is half full, and you could just see the disappointment in Tony Shalhoub's, or in Monk's character. He's broken, but then he's like, well, I didn't tell them that the other car was half empty, so, take that. And Stottlemyre goes along with it, and he's like, yeah, that'll show him. And, I thought that was a very sweet moment in the episode where, that's his way of getting back. And it's just so, those guys will never even think twice about the fact that this thing is half empty, but to Monk, that would be torture for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's, I had a moment here in the studio where I had to kind of hide my tears. Because I knew as it was coming that was going to get me. And it totally did. It's one of my favorite moments, because not only do we have the, I'm trying to avoid saying the word flaccid. That's what's going on here right now. And it's a terrible word, but this attempt at revenge is it's such a weak attempt at revenge that it kills you to watch him. But the other thing that I love about it is that, so his, as we were explaining, his only tiny shred of revenge is not telling them that their vans were uneven. That's his tiny shred of a pride and revenge. But what I love that they continue on with this little scene is that they also show that tiny little moment afterwards when Stottlemyre walks away and Tony Shalhoub is just standing there, and you can see that his brain comprehends on some level his own inability and the fact that he realizes that they're not going to care. And that emptiness that he feels is the reason to watch this show. It's the reason to watch this show. It kills me.
Yeah.
It just destroys me to see him in that vulnerable place.
It's very earnest.
Oh my God, yeah.
And in that moment, you really see it. It is a small moment, but very powerful, and I thought that was great.
Yeah, and if this show was only about the comedy and only about the procedural element, which we make fun of every week, I wouldn't watch it, and I wouldn't say this is my sentimental favorite show. It's moments like that moment at the very end of the episode that will consistently pull me in and tug at my heartstrings. That's why I watch this show. Yeah. So that being said, I don't even know what else we can say that we liked about. There are a million little moments. Yeah. I could go on and on. There's actually a lot more in this maybe than other things, but that for sure is very top of the list.
Yeah. But overall, I thought the mystery and the misdirects were really good. I kind of didn't really have an idea of who was going to be the final culprit. Yeah,
because you always like to say, "I knew it." Well, I knew it. I already saw it.
I did
halfway through.
No, yeah,
that's my impression of Will, and he's never sounded like this.
I did notice that there was a picture in the background while they were.
You noticed that?
Yeah, where there was a bubble in front of his face.
I only noticed that this time, but you noticed it.
I noticed that, but obviously in that picture you can't tell who's doing it or who.
Right.
But I thought that was a weird picture to have.
You're good.
Up there. Is that monk status? No, I'm not that smart.
No, but it's good. No, but you noticed it. I basically, guys, because that helps to lead us down the right path. Mm-hmm. And it's not mentioned in that scene, but you do see a visual representation of the killer in the very back. And so, well picked up on that.
Yeah. There's
so much. I mean, we can definitely go. I have to say, this might be one of my favorite Randy episodes.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite Randy Sharona episodes.
Yeah. It was a good Randy Sharona episode. It felt like very genuine.
Yeah, because they do a lot where they tease each other. She gives him hell. But this shows so much because Sharona kind of falls for the bad guys, this mob heavyweight.
Yeah.
And you see her weakness also. She always picks the worst
the
guys.
whole time I'm like, Sharona, you know this is trouble. And she knows it too. She's like, at least I won't be surprised. And I'm
because she already knows he's a criminal. That's what she legitimately says.
Yes, but at the end, she's surprised that this guy has been lying to her. She always falls for the bad guys.
I know. And it is one of the sweeter times because Randy, in a gentle way, plays her the tape. Because they're doing surveillance on this mob family that exposes the guy that she likes as a liar. And the way that he does it is, like you say, like is very genuine. And it's one of the times that we see them outside of their usual just teasing of each other.
Yeah, I felt like the characters in this episode, all of them were very earnest.
Oh, can I tell you my favorite quintessential Stottlemyre moment?
Which was
when he comes in and so he comes into an ATF FBI like staging room, right, where there's all these guys, and there's someone that's trying to block his entrance, and Stottlemyre says, "Are you reaching for a gun? Because if you're going to reach for it, you better pull it." It's such a like a macho. Stottlemyre's over the top a lot of times. Like he's so macho, and that's one of those lines. Like and a lot of times in this too, it was a great episode for him too because he is that tough guy, and you can feel him wanting to protect Monk because he doesn't want Monk to go undercover. But it's the wrong. You shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
It's way too intense of a statement to say in a room full of guns. But it's very Leland Stottlemyre to say that inappropriate thing.
So good. And yeah, even the mystery with when we find out who the actual culprit is, which is Phil Bedard, I think that's his name.
Yeah, I think it's Bedard.
Bedard.
Like what name is that? We're gonna use that name in our next improv. Bedard.
Monk loves the funny last names, Bedard and Butterworth.
Oh yeah, I know. What are they doing in that writer's room? Okay.
But yeah, even him, like the mystery part of it was a little silly, kind of, right? Because it's about this guy who gets the coins, puts in the gumball machine, and he kills everyone because of that. But for some reason, it didn't bother me either. I just kind of thought, oh, that's kind of clever that this guy put it in the gumball machine. Maybe a little bit funny in terms of like that he had to resort to killing everyone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he could have broken in later in the night where no one was there. Or, I don't know, whatever. It was okay, but it was fun. It was like a fun it wasn't like
you could kind of believe it. Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, where am I gonna hide 5 1-cent pieces? In a gumball machine, a 1-cent gumball machine.
And it's like cute. Like it wasn't about murdering people in this episode. It wasn't like a preemptive murder. It was like the murders happened as a consequence of what he was actually going for.
And I don't know what the Asian count is. Is that for later in the episode?
Well, okay, Asian count, Brian T, who's in this episode, he plays the Chinese head mafia boss guy.
Of the what clan? Tao clan or something like that?
The Tongs.
Okay. No, sorry, with D.
And it's a Chinese gang. And Brian T, who, if you don't know him...
Look him up, man.
He's in
He's
everything.
Got tons of credits.
Mm-hmm. So he's a Korean and half Japanese American actor. Yeah. Who, man, he's been in everything. He's in the new Ninja Turtles movie. He's been in all the Chicago
and he was
Med
everything
stuff.
Chicago.
Yeah.
And he was born in Okinawa in Japan.
And he's half
I'm
Korean.
Okinawan, and he's half Korean.
I'm Korean.
And was Korean.
So he's like our...
He's our baby. He's the drunk monk baby.
Yeah.
We're just going to call him, anytime we mention Brian T, it's not going to come up again.
Yeah,
but we're just going to, hashtag drunk monk baby is what is Brian T will forever be known as.
But yeah, he's a fantastic actor. Oh, he was also in the Wolverine movie too.
Oh yeah.
He was great in that. Yeah. So Asian count 1. There are a couple Asians in the background.
Yeah, there's more Asians there, but yeah, that's a major Asian count.
Yeah, maybe the most Asians in a monk episode ever.
Yeah, it might be true.
Yeah.
I gotta say, on that note, they have a scene in this episode where Brian is hanging upside down for the entire scene.
Yeah.
And for those of you guys who are out there and like, well, it's whatever, it's a 5-minute scene. Okay. The final result is a 5-minute scene, but that's a 5-hour shoot or whatever, however long it took them to shoot that. The guy looks calm as a freaking cucumber.
Yeah.
That guy's not red in the face at all.
At all. It's so
what
crazy.
The hell?
I was like, if I was upside down for even a second, my face would be like a tomato red.
That's what humans do.
Yeah.
The guy looks super cool, and he's just like doing these, because he's hanging upside down, he's doing these full, I don't know what kind, they're sit-ups, I guess.
Yeah, upside down sit-ups.
But they're from upside down, from a hanging position. He makes it look easy, guys.
I mean, he must have had so much makeup on to not look red.
Is that what it was?
I don't know, but he looked completely normal.
He looked like you were just hanging out on the couch.
Yeah, I was like...
I guess that's what you gotta do to get cast, man. Just
so.
make everything look easy.
I know.
Yeah.
But he's great.
Yeah.
I would love to be his friend.
Yeah, we're gonna be his friend. Hashtag drunk monk baby, Brian T. The other favorite thing of this episode is anytime where Monk has to lie. Oh, wait, first of all, before we move on to Monk lying, how many upside down sit-ups can you do?
Oh, let's see. That's tough.
I think I can do one.
You think you can do one?
Upside down sit-up?
Oh, I think I could maybe do one. And then my head will explode.
No, I think you do more. I think I could do one.
No, honestly, I think my head would explode after one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you ever been, or do you consider yourself to be an athletic person?
No, I think I told you about the crying with a relay. So when I was in grade school, we had this, they had presidential fitness and all that stuff back in the whatever, when I was a kid. And there was this relay race also that we had to do.
It's already funny.
And so we're relay racing, right? And I was probably one of the last. And I'm running, and the girl, because in relay race, you're supposed to kind of run a little bit so that you can kind of get some momentum and grab the baton so that you can do that, right? Yeah. That's just natural.
Yeah.
I was running, and I was so mad at the girl for running away from me as I was trying to hand her the baton that I broke down in tears in the middle of 6th grade. And I was like, I can't do this. I just can't. So I stopped the race pretty much. And the girl's so upset because we were so far behind, and I think she was trying to let's catch up. But I still had the baton in my hand as I had the breakdown. I just couldn't do it. Well, for presidential, they did this on Goldberg's recently, which is a show I love. Shout out to Wendy McLendon-Covey, who is on my Facebook profile pic right now. But in the Goldbergs, they talk about the presidential fitness test, and when you're a girl, you only have to hang on it. You don't even have to do a pull-up.
Oh.
So, but I don't know how long I was able to hold on. Sorry, guys, who thought I was a real fit, monster woman. You're wrong, because obviously I'm not. The only time where I kick ass at fitness is in a certain section of yoga. I'm real good, guys.
You're real good?
But only on 1/3 in yoga.
I never considered myself to be a athletic person. I did cross country and track in high school, but anything that involves hand-eye coordination, forget it. Forget it. I cannot catch anything. I cannot throw anything in a straight line or anything like that. I just can't.
Oh my God, guys. We have to make Drunk Monk world famous only for this one reason. Right now, it's my wish that for some reason Drunk Monk podcast gets real famous, because then it'll become a thing where people will just start throwing things at Will Choi in an effort to see him fail to catch it.
God.
And then that would be
No.
It'll just be videos of Will Choi failing to catch things.
Honestly.
Guys, I have a purpose in life.
Oh my gosh. No, I will be
my life purpose.
If someone throws something at me, there's always a second of extreme anxiousness that I'm not going to catch it, and I'm going to look like an idiot.
You know, there's that YouTube video of the dog. I love it. Have you seen this? Where the dog can't catch anything?
I think
it's
so,
thrown like burritos. It just hits its face.
I think that's honestly me.
I think that might be you.
Oh my gosh.
Right, okay.
I'm so bad. Like, okay,
the
other day I was picking up my boss's kid. This was like a little while back, but I was picking up my boss's kid at elementary school, and I was just sitting down on a bench because I was waiting for him to play, and then out of nowhere, a ball just slams me in the face. And I was like, how am I in my late 20s still getting slammed in the face by a ball in an elementary school? Like, that happened to me so many times. It's like a legitimate fear I've always had since I was a kid, because it's happened to me so many times where a ball just gets kicked out of nowhere and then just I don't know. It's very very sad.
Aww.
But yeah, if people throw things at me, it's guaranteed I'll be able to catch maybe 10% of things that are thrown.
It is my mission in life. Toby, play the music.
Toby's not here, Keiko. He's still gone.
I guess he can't play us into the next.
You know who can play?
Oren.
Mm-hmm.
Oren, play us into the next section. Plot holes.
Oh wow, he still got it. He still got it. Oh my gosh.
Oren the Bat, people. Plot holes. Okay, so I have just a couple of, not a lot, couple of plot holes.
Okay.
One, the only main one I have. So part of this is that we are to believe that from the U.S. Mint, as people are leaving the mint, sometimes they just get periodically followed by someone to just make sure that they're not stealing anything.
Right.
And it's essential because we are to believe that on this particular day, when the guy, before people had realized that anything was missing, that this guy was randomly followed by someone, and that's why he had to get rid of his 5 coins that he had just stolen. That was just slightly, I don't know if that ever happens.
Okay.
The other thing is that he kind of gives them, and I understand this is not so much a plot hole as just a storytelling tool, is when Sharona and Monk show up at the mint, our killer happens to give them information, all the information they need about the mint and the fact that there was a robbery and stuff like that. Yeah. Which, you know, I mean, they are interviewing him because he
was a witness.
He pretends to be a witness to try to throw the police off track. But then he ends up giving them all the information that they would need to use him as a suspect anyway.
So, like, you know how they had his photo on the wall with him with the big bubble in front of his face? So, like, obviously they would have taken more than just one photo of him?
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
So there's that.
I guess my plot hole was at the very end when Monk is wired and he gets the confession out of Phil Bedard. And Bedard. And because Monk wiped off the stain or whatever, he kind of ruins the tie that has the transmission in it or whatever.
Right. And, this is a $20,000 tie where you can't see the camera, but somehow the tie itself is a not a camera, but a microphone.
Yeah.
The tie itself is a microphone. Okay, maybe.
And then Monk leaves and is like going to the van and being like, "Hey, like, did you guys catch that? Why aren't you coming out?" He left Sharona with the killer,
I know.
which was weird to me. But then that later gets justified because the mafia guys come, which Vinny and Fat Tony come out. But then also, like, Vinny and Tony were okay with the fact that the police were there also, because that's also not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a convenient, strange bedfellows.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been okay, but it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another big one. Oh, man. So, as a witness, this Bedard person says that he's trying to describe the people that he sees going into the barbershop to kill people. He describes 3 people. He says that the symbol on the back of their church is a strange, quote unquote, strange 15 symbol. And we find out it's an Asian symbol for this Tong family. And then he says, oh, well, come to think about it, they might have been Asian. I'm like, no, just say, like, if you're a witness and you're right across the street, he was being coy. He wanted to do, like, these little crumbs, I guess, to lead the police. I'm like, if you're close enough to read a thing on the back, you might not be able to identify these people, but I think you're going to know if they're Asian or not, or if they're what ethnicity they are. Mm-hmm. Oh, come to think of it, they might have been Asian. No. I call foul on that. You think that would be weird, or you'd be like, oh, maybe they might have been, possibly.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how good of a look you get of them.
Right, maybe.
Yeah, you could generally tell, I would say.
Okay.
Overall, not too many plot holes.
Not so many. I gotta say.
There are more good things than bad things.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole, like, ATF FBI whole sting operation, I liked, but I will say that Rick Hoffman, which I watched Suits, and he's great in Suits too. He's intense. I do think it's along the same lines of this whole, like, the bad guy in Monk is always, like, super over the top, kind of intense bad guy. Oh shit! Jesus, yes, I'm gonna get it.
Oh, wait.
Should I get it?
No, wait.
Jesus.
Wait, hold on. Keiko.
What? Oh my god!
Keiko,
You're gonna break down the door.
Okay, I didn't think they were gonna come. You know how I haven't had a roommate for a while?
Yeah.
Because, the past couple, I tried to do the Airbnb thing, and then I haven't had roommates for a while, but...
Right? Oh my god, okay.
Oh gosh.
Jesus, get it out. Your Yelp score on B&B actually is going up, but anyway.
So, I had to borrow some money.
Okay.
To pay for my rent,
All right.
And, I think...
Are you saying it's a loan shark situation or some shit like that?
I think it might be them. Can you hide me or something?
This is your house. I'm not gonna... Fuck this!
Oh. Okay, just
I'm in your place, fucktard.
Oh.
Oh my god, I have nothing to do with this. I'm gonna hang out in the bedroom.
Okay, take Oren and take Goblin. Hurry.
Whoa.
Oh, hi.
Hey, little man.
Hey, Big...
Yeah, spit it out.
Hey,
It's Big Louise.
Big Louise, hi. Well, I think I know why you're here. And,
yeah, because you might be small, and you might be weak, but you ain't dumb, right?
Yes, all of those things,
okay.
Yes. I just want to say that, I'm still working on the money. I haven't... $2,500, Joy. Yeah, I'm still working on it. I've been working, I don't get paid that much, and then also, like, I had to put a lot of renovations into the apartment to make it look nice so that I could do the Airbnb thing.
You know what? I'm gonna call bullshit right now.
What do you mean?
Would somebody that doesn't have a lot of money have this perfectly beautiful carved... I'm assuming it's some kind of low coffee table in the middle of their living room. Oh. This has got to be like cherry wood or some shit like that.
It's actually a coffin.
A what?
A coffin.
A what?
It's a coffin.
A what?
A coffin.
All right.
I mean, it's there. Someone actually is sleeping in it right now.
Don't give me that shit. Do I look dumb? Sure, I have curly, beautiful... full, tight-curled blonde hair. Sure, I'm wearing a Superman versus Batman movie t-shirt on.
Okay.
Sure, I have tight pants and boots. Of course, I look tough, because I am tough, and I don't look dumb, because I'm not dumb. Okay. So what bullshit are you going to try to tell me about the supposed coffee table that's in the middle of your living room?
Well, it's just that, he was someone that's been living here for a while, and it's not a coffee table. It's just actually
Troy, don't fuck with me.
I'm not. I'm really
Troy,
not. I just...
You either give me the 20... I get a choice for you, Troy.
Yeah.
Right now. I'm not gonna wait.
Okay.
Do you think my boss wants to wait?
No.
That would be the right answer. Troy.
I'll give you anything that you need.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You're either going to give me the $2,500 or you're going to give me this fucking coffee table.
You want the coffin? Go ahead. Take it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it.
Yes, yeah, please take it, please. I don't want it.
This is cherry wood.
It's all yours. Just take it.
I'm going to take this coffee table. I'm going to take this half tray of fajitas.
It's real old, though.
Is it?
It's been here
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
Thank you so much for having mercy. I thought you were going to, like, break my legs or something like that.
Oh, I'm going to break your legs.
No, don't.
I'm going to break your legs.
No, please don't.
I almost forgot, but I almost left.
No.
But I'm going to break your legs.
No, please don't break my legs.
I'm going to break one leg.
Please.
I'm going to break one leg. I'm going to break one leg right now.
Honestly,
you shouldn't have mentioned it. You shouldn't have said anything.
No.
I'm just going to do a little quick snap. I'm just going to break. I'm just going to twist a little bit. Just going to sprain. I'm going to sprain your ankle. I'm going to sprain your ankle right now just to remember you right now. All right. Big Louise is out.
Keiko, you can come out now.
Oh my god. Are you okay?
Oh, I think I'm okay.
Oh shoot.
Broke my ankle.
Oh, is it broken? Is it broken?
I don't know. There was a snap, but...
Ow. Ow. Do you have insurance?
I have Obamacare.
Thank God for Obamacare.
Yeah. I think I'll be fine, though. I think I could...
Do you want to go to the clinic? There's a clinic.
I'll just ask Dr. Tanaka to come and take a look at it this week.
Right.
Ow.
Oh, Oren's bringing ice and an ace bandage.
Oh, thanks, Oren. Oren, I'm so sorry, but I think Big Louise took Demetrius and Demetrius' coffin.
Don't cry, Oren.
It's okay. I think he'll be
sorry.
fine.
Oren's crying.
We were having such a good day, too, and that just ruined everything.
Oh, God, the worst. There's nothing worse than Oren tears. Oh, wait a minute. How does your ankle feel? It's almost like Oren's tears are...
Oh, wow. My ankle feels a lot better. Oh, wow.
The redness is gone.
Huh? I kind of feel like my bone is, like, reattaching or something. Oh, feels a lot better. Thanks, Oren. You're magical.
Whoa. I think we need to give him some space.
All right.
God, I feel awful.
I
feel like I shouldn't
really
have
bad.
hidden out in the bedroom this whole time. This is horrible.
Big Louise would have done something really bad to you guys if she knew.
If she knew.
Yeah, so honestly, I think it was for the best.
All right. I hope Demetrius comes back.
I'm actually okay with him not.
Yeah, but I hope Demetrius comes back. I just feel like when he's here, I don't know, I just feel like more confident, more evil, but more, I don't know, more self-assured in some way. But,
well, you know what? I have a feeling Demetrius can handle himself.
Okay, alright, okay, I'm overthinking.
So, Oren, do you think you can play this next section?
How crazy was Monk this episode? Oren did that just with his tears. It was like a cascade. He played the melodica with his tears. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I don't know. How crazy was Monk this episode? Out of 10 fish heads?
Out of 10 fish heads?
Yeah.
Out of 10 fish heads, how crazy was Monk this episode? I think I'm going to give him a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a 6.9.
He was not that bad. He
wasn't. I mean, he was going undercover with the mob. So, yeah. All of the crazy things you can kind of understand. I mean, he's nervous being bugged, wearing a wire. That's understandable. The crazy thing was that he washed. So he gets a stain on the tie that is a high-tech device, and he decides to wash it.
Yeah.
And iron it. And it's a $20,000 piece of technical equipment, surveillance equipment. I don't think a tie like that exists. Do you? Even now?
Probably not.
No, but still funny. I think maybe one of the crazier things he says is, yeah, can you get that noise that your radio makes fixed to Sharona? Because she's getting her car worked on. She's like, that's my music.
There's something that Monk is always fixed on, and there's like one thing where he's fixed on in an episode.
Yeah.
In this episode, it happens to be when he's with Brian T. and he's doing the upside down sit-ups. He does 99, and Monk's like, well, why wouldn't you just do 100? Which, okay, yeah. Why wouldn't you just do 100? But he's like, this is my record, 99 is my record. And then, instead of doing 100, he does 101, and Monk's like, well, now you have to do 99 more. Right. But overall, it was not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
The one of the things that I think was the craziest was not something that he was experiencing now, but when he reveals about his past a little bit, where he says, oh, well, I stopped having a babysitter when I was 19. He says it's the point of pride. No, everybody had babysitters back then. It was the 70s or whatever he said.
Yeah. That's funny.
Did you ever have a babysitter? Or
no.
Were your
My sisters are older, so I did not really have a babysitter. So my sisters just basically took care of me. But honestly, I was by myself a lot. My parents
From what age?
From fairly young.
Oh yeah.
Elementary school. I would
wow, okay.
Yeah, I would just go hang out in the house, just lock all the doors, and then just watch TV.
Yeah, it's a different time now. You can't do things as much as you used to. You can't just walk to elementary school, which I did totally when you were a little kid. You just walk to school.
You can't even
wouldn't
play
do that
outside.
Anymore. Yeah, you can't play outside anymore.
I was of the age where it was all the neighborhood kids would just come together and we'd all play street hockey or whatever. And then once it was dinner time, all our parents would be like, "It's dinner time," and then
why are they from the 20s? Why is that just like a flashback to the commissioner in the Monk last episode? It's dinner time.
But you know what I mean? There's just a bell that rings, and then it's and then all the parents call their kids names, and then everyone knew it's time to go eat dinner, and then you go, and then repeat the next day. It was like that all the time, and I don't think kids do that now.
Yeah, they don't. They've been scared a little too much. They don't even want to get their license to drive. But I remember when I was because the bike was the biggest birthday, Christmas present you could get because it would mean independence, and you would just come home when the lights. Our thing was when the street lights came on.
Yeah.
Because when the street lights came on, that meant it was nighttime, and so it was time to come home.
Right. My favorite thing was getting a Power Wheels.
Oh, Power Wheels! Oh, you're pretty young, yeah. Power Wheels.
Power Wheels was the best. It felt super cool to have one. And you knew you were kind of rich if you had Power Wheels, you know what I mean? Because those were not cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, bikes and stuff like that were, we would go bike riding. We would bike so far.
Yeah, far. I know, me too.
The independence that you had when we were kids is definitely not what kids have now, which is kind of a shame because it's part of childhood.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite thing was climbing trees. I used to like climbing trees for whatever reason.
Yeah.
More than playing with toys necessarily. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'd do that.
Yeah.
I never had a babysitter either that I can remember really. Maybe I did, but I was the oldest.
Yeah.
But I do remember I never had new clothes either. Even though I was the oldest, I would always have an amalgam of different hand-me-downs from I don't know who they were, from cousins or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, hand-me-downs are...
Yeah, hand-me-downs were very... And we were all girls, so we all had, we were 4 girls, so we never...
Yeah. Well, I have 2 older sisters, so I didn't really have hand-me-downs.
Okay, well, that's good. Your parents didn't make you wear, their extra shirts and stuff?
No, but the hand-me-downs I got were their cars. I've never owned a new car before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. You're always going to get the car that after they've moved on to something else.
Yeah, all cars die with me, with my family. It's been like that. Every car that I've had has died because they've been so old. But he's not too crazy. Honestly, I would give him less if he didn't have that very last scene. I thought that last scene was we talked about it. It kind of just pushes it up a little bit just because he thinks that's the best form of revenge to give, and it's nothing.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of but the thing is, he knows it too, but it's also just part of his neuroses of this is how I'm going to get back at them, and it's very sad.
It's funny too because in that last thing, he even says, "Well, I knew that it wouldn't happen." And I wonder if we all go through life a little bit like this where, we know maybe even in some way we're being duped. We know we're being played, perhaps, if someone has something on us. Mm-hmm. But if there's that sliver of hope for the greatness, you know, because that's all he wants in this life is to get his badge back.
Yeah.
It's no, just kind of willing to walk down that road anyway.
Right.
Us humans.
Yeah. Hope is something that we should always have.
Do you think?
I think so. There's actually a great quote from Lost.
Oh, good, because we were talking about quotes last time. So what's your quote for today from Lost?
In the pilot episode of Lost, which you have to watch.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. It's like the best pilot ever.
I don't know. There's a plane that crashes. People are like,
it's great.
Wow.
But then, like they can't find rescue.
Yeah.
And one of the characters is like, we can't let anyone know because they need to have hope that they're going to survive.
Yeah.
Because hope is a very dangerous thing to lose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ever since I heard that quote, I was like, damn, that's a good quote. You know what I mean?
No, it's... Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, I guess to Oren, don't lose hope. Okay, I know that it was a mistake that I made. Kind of. But,
you kind of let it happen.
Right.
I mean, you let her take it. Actually, I mean, I don't mean to get on your case, but that actually wasn't yours to give to her? I mean, it's your debt, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It's $2,500, which was your debt, but then you let her take... Oh, I have a question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Did Demetrius ever pay rent?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
How
long has he been here?
He's been here for months.
Oh yeah, he has been, right?
Yeah, so maybe this is his form of payment for me.
Okay, well, you're right. He can take care of himself pretty well, so,
so
maybe it's okay.
Oren,
so keep on hoping, Oren.
Yeah, Oren, he'll be fine.
Hope.
But, you know, as long as we have you, me, Keiko, and Gobbler, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We don't need Toby.
We don't have Toby.
We don't have Toby.
So I guess I would say my hope for all you guys out there would be to remember.
And stay safe.
Because it's a jungle